Welcome to another beautiful day at Jerusalem. Hello, kitty. Wait. Oh, how are you, kitty? I'm here in a sunny day, and I'm actually going to bless today 12 rosaries. Oh, wait a minute. Say goodbye to me, and you can see the rosaries that I bought, 12 rosaries, and that is for math. And I love what he said. He asked me to bless it at the 15 stations of the cross. We know about the 14 stations, but I think he knows me, and he knows that I'm heading another station into Shalom. Good morning. To that cross, and I bought it here from the Golden City Bazaar, the Chani. I'm doing it there because I feel at home there. Good prices and the quality is good. I wanted to buy rosaries and I took something and I said, no, this is bad quality. I wanted to have a better quality. And math, you're gonna have a better quality. Then in that case, math, Kowalewski. I'm honoring it to everyone, but and soon I will read the names of the people that you asked me to bless. But I'm blessing it, as you mentioned, to everyone who believes in Jesus as well. And let me tell you, Christians, if you want to be born again, this is the place. Then the video is about the Via Dolorosa stations. Then let's start from the end. From the 15th station. Why? Because it's going to be so crowded soon. And I don't want to walk behind so many groups. I want to be... I want to do that in the easier way that you will see more. I'm starting with the church. Church will be so busy. It's already busy, but it's going to be very busy in about half an hour. Then that's why I'm starting from there. Church of the Holy Sepulchre is from the 4th century, built on top of the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected. Let's continue. The resurrection is not part of the Via Dolorosa because it's kind of a happy occasion, but I'm adding it into the story because it's happened here. The church belongs to the Catholic, Greek Orthodox churches, and Armenian Orthodox as well. Then let's first go to the Catholic, my 15th station. Remember, I'm doing it backward. I already blessed it inside the tomb of Jesus and at the Calvary. I did it there because I couldn't take pictures there. And early morning is 6 a.m. I've been here and blessed it for you. Excuse me, please. This is the tomb of Jesus, but we will talk about it soon. First, let's go to deal with the resurrection. Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's the Church of the Holy Tomb. And the Greek Orthodox call it the Church of the Resurrection. I think it's a better name, isn't it? Because it's not about the tomb, it's about the resurrection. And this is not less than the 15th station of mine. That's where Mary Magdalene stood on Sunday, and that's where Jesus was standing. And she saw God on her. She said, "Did you take the body of my Lord? If yes, tell me where it is." Sorry, I was snoozing. I didn't want you to hear it. Then it's happened right here, and let me bless it for you. Oh, it's difficult for me. Here it is. Let me try to enter the Catholic chapel, but I won't be able to talk. You see there is a stone, and on top of it Jesus was standing one day. Romans actually mocked him and beat him. Now, we've already been at the resurrection site. In front of you is the tomb of Jesus. The tomb is not the same as you mentioned, and soon I will show you how it looks like. It used to be a rock cut cave, but it's been destroyed so many times. The tomb includes two parts. The first part is the chapel of the angels who took care that no one will steal the body of Christ. The second part is the tomb himself, and Mass are already blessed for you inside the tomb. When you are here at 6 a.m., then there's no line. And this is only part of the line. And let me see if you can see something from outside. Such a difficult thing. You see the candlelight. This is the angel chapel. Here's the tomb. Excuse me. Remember, this Via Dolorosa is backward Via Dolorosa. Let me list it here as the closest place to the tomb area. But it's already been blessed. And you must understand, now it's priceless. I'm sure that you can buy rosaries so many places, but a rosary with a Jerusalem inscription you won't be able to find unless it's in here. Now it's priceless, and it will be priceless soon, though it's not part of the Via Dolorosa, the way of the cross, the way of the misery. I want you to see something. First of all, we already been at the burial site, right there. Remember this, the tomb that you saw doesn't look like that because it's been destroyed so many times. If they're going backward, that's why they purify the body of Jesus and they put a shroud around him and bury him without a casket. And for me, this is the most important place in the church because they anointed the naked body of Jesus here.
No, this is the one that you get.
That's why here I took it out of the plastic bag because I wanted to bless it here, and I'm actually covering the boxes with that. I'm not going to open it because you know what? I'm open it. But you don't need to see all of that because it's boring, but I'm doing it to each box. That it's back in the box. I actually blessed each one of the rosaries. And we are climbing up to the Calvary, to the Golgotha, to see where he was crucified. The Calvary belongs to the Catholic and the Greek Orthodox. Few of the Via Dolorosa stations are there. Oh, it's empty. I already blessed there, but it's empty. Then I'm going to do something and then I will explain to you what I'm doing. Wow, it's even less crowded than it was at 6 o'clock. let's start with that. This is the crucifixion place, and the rosary is touched the exact spot of the crucifixion. Soon I will talk about that, but because there's no line, I will bless it in another station of the Via Dolorosa. This is the Pietà, Mary with the spear in the heart. Mary holding the dead body of her son. Why is the spear in the heart? In her heart? Because when she was at the presentation at the temple, Saint Simon, a Jewish priest, told her that her son will die in front of her eyes. It will be like a spear entering into your heart. From that moment, she never smiled. If we go backward, you can see nailing to the cross station. To the left of Jesus, you can see the Roman soldier, and then Mary above, and Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother above, and Mary Magdalene anointing the body of Jesus. Look at the misery of his face. Matt, thank you for asking me to do that, the Via Dolorosa story. I know I did it like a million times, so every time that I'm doing it, it's different. And for my Italian viewers, this altar is from the Medici family. It's the most expensive golden item in the church. Here you can see that he was crucified outside the city, and you can see the other women and John the disciple. John is always without a beard. I mean, without a beard. Let me bless it in another place. This is when they stripped him from his clothes. Sadly, that chapel is closed. It's actually outdoor chapel, mainly because people can fall here. I've been there only twice in my lifetime. It's a beautiful chapel, and you can even see here there mosaic from 12th century. And if we're talking about that, look at the mosaic wall, and almost everything here is from the 19th century, mainly because that church was burned down in 1808. Then in that case, they rebuilt it, renewed it in the 19th century, except of a crusader mosaic that left here of the Ascension. What a connection of the Ascension to here? No, it's like the future story of what is going to be here. And I'm still the only one here. And if I'm talking about that, my name is Zahi, which is Isaac. And you can see that my father Abraham almost sacrificed me. But then the angel told him, crucify the lamb. Sacrifice the lamb for God. And Jesus is the lamb. He came to do it for us. Wow! I must sit here because it's so empty, and I will read the names that he asked me to bless. I hope that I won't make some mistakes with it. And you, my friends, if you're watching that video, don't leave that video. Usually do it at the end, but I feel that because it's empty, the Spirit of God is here. And remember, Matt, you asked me to talk about the Spirit of God, about people who were born, and I'm getting so many, like they're born as Christian, but they are not practicing, then practice, please. Linda Kowalewski, which is math mom, Anthony Serbin, Lisa Bill. Anthony Serbin you mentioned twice, maybe it's a different one, but if not, you've been blessed twice. Lorraine Dunsmore, Angela Pass, Bob Pass, Joe Kowalewski, Donna Goodmonk, Mary Lau, I hope that I won't destroy, Laurensky, oh, so sorry if I'm destroying it, Bob Bolton, Jen Colosimo, And you're the last one, math. You can see that I was writing it in Hebrew for you. And you can see the feminine names in Hebrew as well. I don't know about you, but I feel lots of energy in that place. Oh, didn't talk about the crucifixion place. Well, because I'm so surprised to see it empty. But let's go there quickly. This is the crucifixion place. You can see Jesus on top of it. The view, the simplest of this. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. To the right, remember without a beard, is John, the beloved one, the disciple. To the left is the mother. While Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother. And if you remember, we blessed the rosaries at the crucifixion spot. And Golgotha is covered with glass against people like me that want some souvenirs. Jesus, the Son, and remember he was crucified with another two. Then let's leave the church, but we will go back into the church to the 9th station of the cross where they, when he fell for the 3rd time. About the Via Dolorosa, people ask me a lot about it. If you don't know what the Via Dolorosa means, it might be that you are not Catholic, or as Math said, maybe you have to be born again. Then we live in the church. Wow, everything's so empty. I'm so happy that we started from here. They are renovating the floor of the church. Then you can see part of it here. Everything was marked. They are excavating beneath it, and they're supposed to bring it back or to do something else with it. But this is the facade of the church from the end of the 11th, beginning of the 12th century. And remember the 10th station, when they stripped it from its clothes? Those are the stairs, and I think you can imagine why people cannot go in through there. We will go through 2 Ethiopian churches to the roof of the church to visit the 9th station of the cross. They believe that they are a creation of a meeting between Queen Shiva and King Solomon. And welcome to the roof of the church. We're heading to the 9th station of the cross. And that's why we are leaving the Ethiopian part. Look at the Ethiopian village. And we're heading to the 9th station of the cross. Thank you, next time. Thank you very much. The mattress. Math, I know that you're watching my videos. The mattress is the room, the bedroom of a very important guy. His name is Yaakov. Yaakov is, he lives like Jesus' time, and that is his bedroom at the ninth station of the cross. I'm sure that if you watch my videos, you know that, you know him. He's a very good friend of mine. But if not, this is the time to subscribe to my channel and be part of my family. This is the ninth station of the cross. That's where Jesus fell for the third time. You can see here a Catholic cross. And why there's a cross here? Because of processions. Sadly, to enter the church, you're entering from Orthodox places, and you cannot take the cross with you. On the way to the eighth station of the cross, let's talk a little bit about the Via Dolorosa. We are talking about 14 stories, well known by Catholic, from around 14 stations. Before that, we had different kind of Via Dolorosas, and not all of the stations are mentioned in the Bible. For example, he fell a third time. You won't find it in the Bible. Let's see, meeting his mother on the way. Saint Veronica's story is not part of the Bible. Then what's happening here? The Franciscans added ancient traditions into it. And true or not, it doesn't matter. What the Franciscans want us to understand is the agony of Jesus. And the agony of Jesus is, and his mother, you know that Mary is so important for them as well. Then in that case, remember from the Garden of Gethsemane, let's wait a little bit, he didn't eat, he didn't drink. Before the trial, they beat him, they laughed at him, you know. And then after the trial, they did it again. Remember what he actually had on his head, thorn of horn, and kind of the royalty robe. And he had to carry his cross. Then happy he wasn't. We know that he felt dizzy because Saint Simon helped him to carry the cross, and we're gonna visit that place as well. But can he fall? Let me tell you something. From time to time, if you're watching my videos, you can see that I'm falling too, without any reason. Then can he fall? He had lots of reasons to fall. Then we are living now. The roof of the church is a beautiful sunny day. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and I'm so happy that I could do that today. You see the God is Love t-shirt. We are living now the Catholic part, the Christian quarter. Say goodbye to the Christian quarter and to the Egyptian, the Coptic area. And you can see the white dome of the Jewish synagogue of the Jewish quarter. And we're entering now to the Muslim quarter. Let's do that. And two people that dealing with orange juice and pomegranate juice will be next to you. The market is already open. We will say hi to both of them. Good morning. Good morning. We are in the main street of Jerusalem. When I was here at 6 o'clock, I was the only one here. But I must say, it's still empty. I'm happy. We just came before the tourist came. And if you hire me to be your tour guide, I will always try to convince you to visit the city as early as you can. Why? Because of that. If you saw my videos lately, you saw how crowded that place is. Then now it's empty. We're gonna climb up to the 8th station of the cross. That is where the women saw Jesus and they wept. Jesus told them, "Why are you crying? Now it's nothing. This is my mission, but soon, that city will be destroyed. You will have lots of reason to cry." We are walking with a family of men. Now, for the 7th station, we are turning left and climbing up to see the 8th station of the cross. I think after watching my videos, you will be able to read the Old and the New Testament and to understand it. This time it will be easier for you to understand. And if you do have some questions about the Bible, you can ask me. I will try, and Jerusalem and Israel, I will try to help you as much as I can. And this is the 8th station of the cross. And Nika, victory. Ichthos, the name of Jesus. And it's it's fish as well. And it's beautiful because the first symbol of Christianity was fish, not the cross. Although here you will see the cross already. Until the 4th century, Christianity was a non-legal religion. And if you say that you're Christian or walked with a cross, then they could crucify you. At the 7th station, for me, it's very important because of two things. First of all, it's first for the second time, and it's easily opened, and let's see if I will be able to enter to the chapel. Yes, it's open. And look at that. This is a column from the 2nd century. It used to be the main street of Jerusalem, the Caudo, the heart of the city. And in that matter, that street is 2nd century. But let's enter to the city from the time of Jesus. Because until now we were outside the walls of the city. And the gate might be the one that you will see now. This is the gate. And soon you will understand why I decided to do it backward. First of all, the groups are arriving. And instead of walking behind so many groups, without space in the church, free space in the Church of the Sepulchre, we started from there, because in about 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, the church will be so crowded. So many shops here. And look at that poster. Visit Palestine. Come to Palestine. You might say, all right, it's a Palestinian poster, but it's not. It's a Zionist poster from the 30s, because the name of Israel was Palestine too. Can you understand why I'm doing it backward? I think if you are following me, you know that between the 6th and the 7th station, we saw the 7th station, we already entered the city. You will see the coffee place of El Mufti. And this is the guy who knows how to deal with coffee.
Lovely morning.
Lovely morning.
Seeing the old city, Via Dolorosa, the Holy Land.
Yeah, 6.5 station.
6.5 station. Welcome to Jerusalem.
Bye. Then 6th station, it's better for me to speak here because it's very crowded. There is where Saint Veronica saw Jesus walking up together with Saint Simon, who happened to carry the cross. And she decided to clean his sweat. Now, until now, it's an obvious story, but he was surrounded with so many Roman soldiers. Think about ISIS people. Are you going to have the man that ISIS people are taking now to his Golgotha, his crucifixion? I'm not sure, but she did it. We don't know what's happened to Veronica, but we know that, but for me, she's so important because of two reasons. First of all, she's the only woman who helped Jesus. Secondly, it's the only place that someone really helped Jesus voluntarily. Because Saint Simon at the next place, next station, the 5th one, he didn't help Jesus. He was forced by the Romans to help Jesus. Huge difference, isn't it? And let me just wait for that group to continue to the 7th station, because I want to bless it at the station itself. And until then, you can see the T-shirts. If you're Americans, you will understand it better than me. And if you want to buy it, this is the place to buy it. Your university in Hebrew, in a way. Until they will go, let me tell you that that place belonged to the Catholic too, but the Greek Catholic Patriarch, Greek Orthodox, converted in the 19th century to Catholic. So many things can happen. You can find in Jerusalem. Then let's wait for the tour guide to continue. Alright, it takes too long, then let me show you a column from the 1st century with the name Veronica on it.
Entonces ellos tienen copyright, digamos. Entonces gracias a ellos que hemos tenido lo que hemos tenido. Ahora subimos hacia la séptima.
Sorry, can I go there? Thank you very much.
Aquí hay una cajita de donaciones, pueden donar a
And we can be blessed by the procession here. I think they were Spanish. If he wants to buy antiques, this is the best, one of the best places to buy it. It's not cheap, but you will have something from the past. And this is a crazy man, which is a friend of mine. And you can see his Bali is going to be as fat as me. Yeah, it's good quality, isn't it? Then we are heading to the 5th station. In between, you will see a very important place for me. It's the Arab Blind Association, and they're working. I think it's beautiful to see that they're feeling that they're part of the society, because they are part of the society. And it's so beautiful to see it in the Via Dolorosa, because, you know, there is a connection here, and that's what they're doing it. And the workshop is there. You can go and see it, but suddenly I didn't dare to take videos of it. And you can buy a broom, even if you don't need it. I do have two like that, although no, I use the robot. Another holy man is a friend of mine here who loves cats, and his wife is amazing. Then if you want to buy something, it's a very good, it's actually a good place to buy, and he is an amazing person. Then we're heading a Brazilian. Listen to the language.
Perdoai as nossas ofensas, assim como nós perdoamos a quem nos tem ofendido. E não nos deixeis cair em tentação, mas livrai-nos do mal. Amém. Maria, cheia de graça, o Senhor é convosco. Bendita sois vós entre as mulheres. Bendito é o fruto do vosso ventre, Jesus. Santa Maria, Mãe de Deus, rogai por nós, pecadores, agora e na hora de nossa morte.
We reached the fifth station. That's where Saint Simon helped Jesus to carry the cross. Then, first of all, before someone will come, and we are along the mat. I don't know what's happened to you. I mean, you blessed me with that. Usually I have to wait here 20 minutes to touch the handprint of Jesus. I want every... Then, this is the left handprint of Jesus. He was standing here and he couldn't breathe. He felt dizzy. And the Romans choose a Jew from Libya to carry the cross, to help him to carry the cross. What a Jew from Libya is doing it. And let me remind you that Jesus wasn't here for Easter. He was here for Passover. And Passover is one of three Jewish festivals that every Jew had to be in the city to visit the city. That in that case, to find a man from Libya, a Jew from Libya, it wasn't something special. But he was forced to help Jesus. Remember, Saint Veronica helped him. But Saint Veronica is not mentioned in the Bible. Then we are leaving the fifth station, and we're heading to the fourth and the third one. City is empty, I must say. And more pilgrims are heading to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And we are walking with Matt and Matt's family. At the end of their tour, the first century, where we will say goodbye to everyone, you, Matt, and your family will stay there. And I will read the names again. Then we are reaching the fourth and the third station. The fourth station is where Mary saw Jesus. We know that Mary was at the church, at the crucifixion place. At that time it wasn't a church. But let me tell you something about the Jewish mother. But let's face it, it's every mother's story. If Mary knew that her son will die in front of her eyes, that was obvious. Remember, we talked about it at the presentation of the temple. Then in that case, when he was catch, Mary was in the city, Passover, and she, I believe, was next to his judgment place, and she followed him like as close as she can. Did she touch him and hugged him on the way? I don't know. But spiritually, she did it all the time. And you can imagine how sad she was then. This church belongs to the Catholic Armenian Church. And another station that belongs to the Armenian Catholic Church is that this is where Jesus fell for the third time. Sadly, I don't know why. From COVID time, it's closed. It's a beautiful chapel. Then we saw 3 times. We saw Jesus falling 3 times. Then let's bless it here, and let's bless it there. And let's continue to the second and the first station. On the way, we will see so many things. Another place that I would ask you to visit, it's the Austrian Hospice. climb up to the roof, and this is quite a beautiful view. If you will write in my YouTube channel, Austrian Auspice, you will see the view, and I'm actually explaining about everything that you consider. Then in that case, it will be with you. All those people are heading to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which I must say today it's quite empty. Then we are leaving the Via Dolorosa and entering slowly. I mean, we are not leaving. We're continuing with the Via Dolorosa with our rosaries, 12 different rosaries. How should you buy it? Very easy. Go into the Buy Me a Coffee link of mine. You can see that at the description. If you won't find it, send me a message and I will send you the link. And every thing that you will buy is including a video. And I will send Matt it to his house. I mean, this is his present, as I believe, for Easter. And those rosaries are priceless now, after they actually been blessed and touched all the secret places. In front of you can see part of a triumph arch of Caesar Hadrian. For so many years, people believe that Pontius Pilate was standing there when he washed his hands, but today we know that it's from the 2nd century. But for me, it doesn't matter, because that is the area of the Antonia, the area of the agony of Jesus, and today the judgment place and the tomb of Jesus is under Muslim rules, it is called, and the first and the second stations are outside the exact spot of the Antonia, the crucifixion, the judgment place. But because we can and it's open, although it belongs to the Greek Orthodox, and people are shouting, sadly, then let's enter to prison of Christ to show you where, according to tradition, the judgment place took place, according to the Greek Orthodox, and you will see that the Catholic one is very close to here. So let's go in, it's open. Matt, he didn't believe that I would do that. Because for me, every Christian, every guy who believes in Jesus is a good Christian man. I think you will know more about it soon. According to the Greek Orthodox, this is the exact Via Dolorosa. Ah, the smell is amazing. I love incense. Then let's enter the prison of Christ. You can see that it looks old, maybe from the 1st century, and it doesn't look like a private house. Let's wait until they will go out, and then we will bless the rosaries there as well. Thank you. You can see how the prison used to look like. That was until he was charged. And those two holes were for that. Oh. Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Can be here for hours now. Let's go out. Gosh. I love incense. I can cry now. Then we're expecting to see something like that, and Antonia, sadly, we cannot. Because it's gonna be yes. I love that father. First of all, because he speaks English and he actually explains everything about it. Then it might be that the judgment place itself was here. Today, as you can see, it's a Greek Orthodox church. And because we are already here, let me show you the prison of Barabbas.
E qui vi voglio dire una cosa interessante. Oggi la polizia quando prende un delinquente gli mette le manette, talvolta anche alle gambe in modo che non possa correre. Nel Medioevo si legava la parte.
Everything been destroyed from above the land, but beneath it, as you can see, there are so many things from ancient time. According to what we believe, that was kind of a bath. Then you can say, all right, the Romans were nice to people. No, they weren't. According to the Greek Orthodox, it was full with salt. And you know what's happened to the body after you beat him a lot? If Jesus actually been in that kind of pool, I don't know, but you can understand that it's terribly, it's a disaster. The agony is huge. Now let's continue to see the tomb of Barabbas, but let me tell you that in Hebrew you can understand it better. Barabbas, it's actually two names of the son of the father. Oh, it sounds like the name of Jesus, isn't it? Bar, son of, like, and Abbas sounds like Abba, father, in Aramaic. This is prison of Barabbas. Remember, Jesus was, you just could choose between two. Barabbas and Jesus. They choose to set free Barabbas. Although I must tell you, there's no custom like that as the Bible mentioned. And secondly, I cannot imagine that Pontius Pilate, which was a cruel man, although in the New Testament he sounds like a very gentle guy, will set free someone who actually killed people and robbed them. According to the Bible, that's what he did. But who am I to say no? And that was the prison of Barabbas. And we will continue up to the Via Dolorosa of our time to visit the second and the first station, which we already knows. It's not part of the... it's not the real site. What that is for, possibly Lent. The color of Lent, and you will see the cross outside with the red color as well. Here it is.
Se vuoi andare giù, veloce, ma non c'è niente.
With the chain.
Giù c'è quelle cene che abbiamo dato, ma non c'è niente di particolare, non merita lo sforzo.
Let's go out. I can be here there for hours because of the place itself and the incense. Wow, 52 minutes, man. It's not a joke. It's a long and beautiful video. In front of you can see a Muslim house. We are in the Muslim quarter, and it symbolizes someone who've been with Mecca, Hajj. Muslim need to do. Wait. Muslims used to do. Must do 5 things. One of them is at least once in their life, and this is the Hajj, going to Mecca. And in about less than 2 weeks, it's the beginning of Ramadan time. Then you saw the Triumph Arch. It's called Echa Omo. Here's the man. And let me show you that it is part of a Triumph Arch of Hadrian time, 2nd century. And let's enter to the Sister of Zion. Beautiful place to visit as well. Because no one is praying now, I can talk. Look at that small arch. This is part of the Victory Triumph Arch. Let me show it to you here. What we saw is part of it, and what you saw is that. Beautiful. For me, it's a static tour. Beth, you can hear me. I'm almost sweating, and I feel the agony of Jesus and his mother. And another cat. Let's continue to the first and the second stations. I want us to read something together, and I think it's the most important sentence in the Bible that describes the Via Dolorosa. Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. It is here. Here it is. Oh, before that is the Antonia. That is where Jesus was judged by Pontius Pilate. It was a fortress that from there you could control the Temple Mount. Then the Romans, or the soldiers of King Herod that built it were there, and later on the Roman soldiers were there to protect the Temple Mount from, I don't know, bad people. But I want you to read it together. In any man, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. That's from Matthew 24. Jesus is looking for someone who will humble himself as he did and lovely bear his cross. Will you be this disciple? Then I think it answers your question, Matt. Then here it is. Then let's get into the second and the first station of the cross. Hello. Then first of all, I want you to look at him.
You're welcome.
And first of all, let me hug him. And later on, I will explain you why. Oh, it's closed.
Mass to church.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Slowly.
Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. First of all, what you can see here, a Catholic procession, now this time with the cross, and the man that I hugged, he's got a story. He's keeping that place, safety of that place. Then you can see here, this is for us, Matt, and the family. And we will deal with it later on. What I wanted you to see as first station, but we are going to the second station first. Oops. Excuse me, please. So. I took so many videos of the Via Dolorosa math. This time it's closed too. There's a mass there. Then sadly, we will talk about it here. But why it was very important for me that you will that we will enter there. It's not only because it's where Jesus took his cross and started the Via Dolorosa, because we know that it was outside here. It's because a few weeks ago, one guy, an American tourist, entered to the chapel and destroyed one of the statues of Jesus. And that was so sad. But the one who stopped him from destroying more was the one that I hugged at the entrance of the chapel. He's there most of the time. Then I wanted you to understand that he was a hero guy. Then the other place is busy as well, but that's where the judgment place was taking. Sadly, I cannot go there. I will stay here for another half an hour and see if they will open it or not. At least we saw a lot of the 15 stations of the Via Dolorosa of the cross. Then let me read the names of everyone, and hopefully let's see if they will open it in the next half an hour. If not, they're not. Then here we are in the Kowalewski, which is your mother, man. Antonia Fortress, which we're gonna bless twice. It's a Clarissa nun. Are they at the end of the mass or at the beginning of the mass now?
Pardon?
The group there is.
Only 3 people.
But there's a mass there.
Yes.
And
After that can go.
how long it's gonna take?
Maybe 10 minutes.
All right, I will wait.
It's our father, I think. It's
No,
like-
okay, I know. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, thank you, sister. Then I will wait for you. Then let's say again, Linda, we already talked about you. Anthony Serbin twice. Lisa Bell. Lorraine Dunsmore. Angela Pass. Bob Pass. Joe Kowalewski. Donna Goodmuck. Mary Laudensky. I hope that I didn't destroy your family name. Bo Barton, Jan Kolosmo, and Matt Kowalewski. You're the last one. Then I will send it to you soon. Soon after you will watch the video. And let's say the video will be on YouTube in about a week from now. And you will be able to see it. And then I will send it to you. Again. Another procession now begins. And there are 3 Via Dolorosa procession. Even for me, it's rare to see so many processions together. Matt, you look like you're an angel. You do have a good connection with God, I can see that. Second and the third procession at the first and second station of the cross. Here's the second one. And this is the third one.
Ok, México a la derecha. A la derecha, por favor, viene auto. A la derecha, México. Con cuidado, México.
It's for free, look up. For free.
And I will try to wait here another 10 minutes for you, Matt, and for Anthony, and from Linda, and for Lisa, and for Lauren, and from Angela, and from Bob, and Joe, and Donna, and Maddie, and Bob Barton, and Jean, and Matt, of course. Let's see what will happen. The sister told me that they finished the communion, that they were down, they are still praying there. There are only 3 people there, but one of the things is very important, and we will have to wait. I'm waiting for you, Matt, and for the rest. The other side, which is the second, she's going to see what's happening there. Usually there's only mass, there's only one mass here, because they are not closing their places for. And this is the hero guy. He's the hero guy. They're still there. And you're there, yeah. They already finished the communion. They're praying now. And second station is still busy. You can see the door of the first station. That is the judgment place. I'm not sure that I will be able to talk in, but I wanted to see the window, stained glass window, which is beautiful. I will be quiet. Then you've been a little bit in the mass. I don't want to take longer videos of it, but I got a permit from the guy itself. Let's go to the. You know what? Before that, let's read a little bit about Church of the Flagellation. Then Pilate took Jesus and had him flagelled. The soldier twisted together a crown of thorn and put it on his head. They clothed him in a purple robe and went up to him again and again, saying, "Hail, King! Hail, King of the Jews!" And they stopped him in his face, slapped him in his face. And that's from the Gospel of John 19:1-3. The Church of the Flagellation was originally built by the Crusaders in the 12th century, and it was then destroyed for many centuries. In 1838, it was built by the Franciscans, and they opened it. At the Crusader Church, we don't know what they actually, why they built it for there. We don't know. But in 1922, Antonia Fortress, the architect, restored the church, and it's a small and lovely church. Let's go to see what's happening, and that is only for you, Matt. It's still not open. It looks like it's open. You can see the priest. Let's go in. It will be difficult for me to talk now because there were so many people who wanted to see it too, but no, go in. I want them to see who actually stopped that crazy man. Yeah, this is the guy that stopped the crazy man from doing it. Do you want to say something?
We need to pray for everybody.
All right. Then he is a gentleman. I'm actually really. Yes, he is the one. He is the one.
Yeah?
And we can see actually what's happening here. That statue was there. Then if you look at my videos, earlier videos, you might see it as well. I'm going through there to take a video of it. Is it okay? Enter to the altar. I want you to see what's happened to the face of Jesus. Then let's bless ourselves here at the place that he started his mission. When he walked with a cross on. And what I love here is a few other things. First one is that John and Mary Magdalene trying to stop Mary from seeing that horrible sin. But here you can see Roman game, the Roman soldiers game. One here, another one. I don't know, I think yeah, right here. Then when the prisoners were in the Antonia, in the judgment place, the Roman soldiers had nothing to do. Then they played. Sadly, that pavement street is not from the time of Jesus. It's from the 2nd century. But if it is 2nd century, people actually, soldiers used to use that as a Roman game. It means that the judgment place was there at the time of Jesus too. There's no reason to build another one. Then, just a moment. Let me leave the church now. And it's the end of the video for everyone. Please subscribe to my channel. Be part of my family members. I'm almost reaching 130,000 subscribers. I'm missing something like 700 or 800. Please do that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.